So in this video, we're going to be covering a very deep topic that I just was thinking about and I found the answer. And this video is going to be about basically actions and reaction and why everything has a divine counterpart. So the question that I had that basically arose this whole topic that we're going to talk about in this video is, how is it that an equal amount of male and females are born? Like, I know it's, genetic or whatever, just the way that children are developed, there's like a 50-50 chance. But I was just wondering if this is a, voluntary experience that we are having as life, and if we really chose ourselves and who we wanted to be before incarnating, then how come an equal amount of people incarnate as, male or masculine gender, and then why is the other half like women or like feminine energy? Like, why wouldn't more souls like choose to incarnate as one or the other? And I guess this really stems also from the fact that, as humans, we have such a homogeneous, I was going to say monotone, but the right word is homogeneous culture. Like, everybody tries to be more similar than they try to be different. Our culture, I guess. And when it comes to, success and sense of identity, people get their identity from, culture. And so, like, essentially, everybody is encouraged to be more the same than they are to be different. So that's why I was wondering, how come, like, everybody is not just incarnating as one gender? Like, because I know, scientifically why there's an equal amount of male and females, but at the same time, if this was really a voluntary experience, then there must be an explanation why not everyone is just choosing to be a certain gender just because they think it's cool, or their spirit thinks that it needs to do that because of cultural reasons, or because I don't know. I hope you guys get what I'm trying to insinuate. But anyways, this video is very deep, so we're diving into like a deep topic. But what I realized, and what the note that you guys are seeing on the screen right here, is that, there's a reason why 50% of beings, whether it's any species, maybe not all species actually, but like I think all mammals, 50% is male and 50% is female. And so what I realized is that every time a man is born, or, we can flip this whole thing vice versa, but what I said, every time a man is born, it pulls consciousness into an equal and opposite female form. And that's just a direct reflection of the masculine energy that is exuded. So what I'm basically saying is that every time I guess consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, like your spirit, your soul, it's all coming from one big web of energy. We're all part of one big energetic reality, energetic universe. So, consciousness or our spirits or our souls is just coming out of that. And I guess we're just like one piece, one moving piece of the huge glob of energy. So anyways, when one, I guess, spirit, or like when a piece of consciousness, whatever you want to call it, a piece of the whole chooses to incarnate in a masculine form, then it also pulls into existence a female counterpart, a female opposite. So like in this sense, what I'm saying too is that, well, okay, first let's finish on the first topic that I was trying to say. But basically this is why there's an equal amount of male and female, human consciousness incarnating. Because the best way to explain this is to compare it to energy and mass. So anywhere that you see energy, there is also mass, because to have energy, something has to have mass. So let me put it this way. Energy is like masculine energy. Mass is feminine energy. Things that matter, things that are physical, tangible, soft, harsh, sweet, all those tangible things, and anything that's physical, that's feminine energy. Anything that's masculine or that is does work or tries to like accomplish something or tries to penetrate something, no pun intended, that's masculine energy. So anyways, wherever there's energy, there's also mass, because you can't have energy without mass. And then also wherever there's mass, there's also energy, because wherever there's mass, there's gravity as well. So it's actually pulling consciousness towards it. So let me put it this way. So what I'm saying with this first part of this note is that every time a masculine form is born, it's also creating a feminine form, because if there's energy, there's also the mass. And so what mass is when you focus your attention on something. So that's, well, when consciousness focuses on something, that's what mass is. It becomes physical or real. It starts to materialize from, the higher dimensions down into the third dimension. So that's where reality kind of comes from. But anyways, this video is kind of scattered, but as I was saying, so whenever there's energy, it's also creating a objective or a point, like an end point. There's a certain direction it's going in, and that's also creating the feminine energy. So, but a better way to put it as well is wherever there is mass, which is feminine energy, it's also creating a masculine energy. It's creating gravity. It's actually pulling consciousness, or like space-time, whatever you want to call that. Scientifically they call all things, they call that space-time. But this is what I call consciousness too, the web of consciousness. So whenever there's mass, it's actually pulling masculine energy towards it. So it's actually creating masculine energy around it. It's actually birthing men. So the feminine energy is actually birthing men. And, what I was saying in the beginning is also wherever there's like masculine energy, it's going to create, mass as well. So it's going to create, a feminine impact. So like think of a bullet flying through the air, the resistance and the wind, that's like the feminine energy that gets created. So like, anyways, all of this is just to say that basically the reason why there's equal amount of men and females, because every time there is a certain action, there's always an equal and opposite reaction. So also the reason why, we have a voluntary, a lot of us, maybe not all of us, incarnate involuntary circumstances to a certain extent, except the things that we don't control and that we are not conscious of or that we haven't realized within ourselves. But even though that we voluntarily do it, also, part of how we incarnate is involuntary. And the part of that that's involuntary is the polarity. So you may incarnate as a male or a female, but part of you incarnating is also a reaction to the energy around you. So if you were born a certain gender, that's because also you were kind of sucked into that gender as you were incarnating. This is sounding so like pseudo. And anyways, so also this is just the way that all energy works. So when you are yourself, you're also creating a reaction in the world around you with what it is that you do and how it is that you interact with the people and the things in your existence. And so also the stronger energy that you exude of yourself, you're also creating an opposite, you're manifesting an equal and opposite. And this is what people call twin flames, and essentially what I was saying is the more strongly you exude your own energy, you're actually creating an opposite reaction in the universe. And you've also manifested an equal and opposite version of yourself by just existing. And this is what people call their twin flames, I think. Not that I pay attention to that kind of stuff, but that's just the word that I that popped in my head, and that's when I realized a connection. But basically, when you create your opposite just by existing, you manifest also an equal opposite energy. And the more strongly you are yourself, the more confident you are in yourself, the more you radiate, the stronger you manifest an equal energy that's the opposite polarity. So like a feminine version of yourself if you're masculine, or if you are the feminine and you're strongly your feminine self or yourself, no matter if it's masculine or feminine or like a mix or kind of no title at all, you're also creating a opposite polarity version of yourself. So that's how there is a twin flame out there. And some people don't feel like they have a divine counterpart, or they don't believe in love. But maybe it may not take the form of a person for all people, but there's an equal and opposite version of yourself out there. And something that is true love. It's the divine union, between positive and negative, protons and electrons. And positive and negative, like I was saying, is just opposites. And that's what magnetism is reactive to. So it's the same way with this universe and with yourself. Like you're a magnet for the opposite, and you're creating another consciousness that's the opposite of you just by being yourself. And maybe you don't run into that counterpart, but it's actually somewhere out there in the universe. is just reacting to you. It's a person that's, you know, a perfect match to you. And obviously things are more complex than, you know, just like a mirror reaction. Like, this is a whole individual person, but that's influenced and like made perfect for yourself. So yeah, this made me believe that there are such things as twin flames for each person, and everything actually has like its own opposite energy, not just human beings. And some people don't think that they have that out there, or they don't believe that that's possible. But, you know, all I'm saying, relatively speaking, there's somebody like that. And pseudo speaking, I don't know what the right word to say that. Metaphysically speaking, there must be somebody out there that's your equal and opposite. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this video up here. I think I covered a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too scattered, and I'll see you guys sometime soon in another video.